Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Heather. For any of you guys who don't know me, I am Heather. I'm a diva. I'm from New York. I actually talk about anything dentures, health related, anything you guys actually want me to look up because I get a lot of, video requests to do certain things. I've done like close to 400 videos already in just 7 months. So a lot of my videos are buried. So sometimes I just repeat things, but I add a little bit more to it because some things are just way involved. Anyway, if you like my content, don't forget to subscribe down below, guys, and click that little bell button. Click the little bell button and click all, because I'm hoping soon, if I ever hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a lot of lives on YouTube and a lot of giveaways. So I don't want you guys to miss it at all, or videos you've requested, because that would suck. Sorry, I'm trying to move this. Some people ask me to do widescreen, even though I have to look at a weird spot. So if my eyes start drifting somewhere else because I'm used to looking at a camera thing in a certain way, sorry, don't judge me. I never said I was perfect. I mess up a lot. Okay, so this video is not a denture video. I guess it could be. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that part too. But this is about gastritis. Now, I get it chronically. People think it's something that you continuously get. Well, you can repeat getting it, but I mean, like, it never goes away. That's actually false. Gastritis is irritation, inflammation of the stomach lining. Now, what causes this is, I mean, you can have an autoimmune disease. You know, it also comes with age. If you also eat a lot of spicy food, a lot of curry, a lot of gassy foods like Chinese food or pizza, if you eat a lot of bad foods, this is going to happen at one point in your life. It can be deadly if you don't take care of it. But it's rare. It is rare. That I've looked up, and I'd go through it myself, so I would know. But it can cause stomach ulcers, and that's another thing. I'm going to do a separate video on that to explain what that is. But it can cause complications to other things. You can end up with watermelon stomach. You can end up with esophagitis, which is, I'm doing that a separate video, because that's, like, detailed. The whole thing is acidic foods can cause a lot of mayhem in your body. And as we get older, our body goes through wear and tear. And if you don't take care of your body, which, you know, if you look at it this way, your body's like your temple. It's like your holy grail of things. And if you don't take care of it, you're going to end up with a lot of problems. And not even just GI. You end up with, like, heart problems and really bad, I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but people think acid reflux, oh, no big deal. Actually, acid reflux repetitively changes the cells in your esophagus and can give you cancer, which is esophageal cancer, and Barrett's esophagus, which is pre-esophageal cancer. But it can cause nodules in your thyroid, which is what I get. If I get a lot of acid reflux. I actually have it under control, God bless, after 4 years of almost dying from it, which I'll explain that in a minute. But I had nodules on my thyroid. I had nodules in my lungs, which I thought was part of my sarcoidosis, but half was. The other half was because I had so much acid reflux that it was I was breathing it in, and it was going in there, and it can cause nodules. So you guys got to control your acid reflux. Now, there is one medication. There's many medications you can use, but one medication you can use every day for the rest of your life. It ain't going to hurt you. It just coats your stomach. So if you do eat something that's like if you're going out on vacation and you know you ain't going to eat some healthy shit, you want to get this. It's called Caraphate. It is a prescription, but there's like no side effects at all. There is none. All it is it coats your stomach. You can drop the tablet because it's pretty big. So if you have esophageal problems like I do, I have esophageal dysfunction, which is narrowing of the esophagus. If you have that problem, you're going to want to drop the pill into water and just stir it really good and then just drink it. That'll coat it. What I like to do is I just like to swallow it. It takes a lot of water to get that down because it gets stuck for somebody like me. If you have a normal esophagus, have at it. But, yeah, it's pretty big. But it coats your stomach very well. So normally when you get ulcers, normally when you get a gastritis, when you get esophagitis, this medication's commonly prescribed because it coats it and it makes it feel better. Like that burning pain in your gut doesn't burn anymore because Caraphate is such an amazing med. It's exactly how you say it is exactly how it's spelled. C-A-R-A F-A-T-E. Sorry, I forgot how to say it first. Listen, I don't edit my words. I don't shorten it for you guys. It is what it is. But listen, I didn't know anything about this stuff until I went through it. Because of my autoimmune scleroderma, which is tightening of everything. It pretty much turns you to stone. So I didn't end up with this problem until, like, I didn't know anything. That's why I like to be able to help people, because if my knowledge can help you give a better quality of life, that's all I want. I would never want anybody to suffer how I did. Like, there was days, guys, where I literally prayed to God that I would die, and I'm being dead ass serious with you. There was days I'm like, and you guys gotta understand, I had 2 years of straight up esophagitis. 3 years on and off with ulcers, and I have nodules in my throat, which could be cancerous. They check it, they do all that. So, I mean, it came to the point where I had no break. I wasn't able to eat anything besides freaking turkey. It was too much. Too much. I was able to eat oatmeal, but I have diverticulitis, so that I had to get off the table. So I was only able to eat turkey and drink water. And it was really hard. But as you guys get older, you guys got to understand your body's going to change. But diet is number one. And I know this from my experience. I used to think, all right, you know what? Give it a couple days, it'll go away. It doesn't, guys. It doesn't go away. If you don't want to risk yourself, no matter what issue it would be, whether it's esophageal cancer or ulcers, and by the way, you get bleeding ulcers, you could die. You can't just get in the GI system quick. That's like, you have to try to get a surgical room and do all that, and you could die in the mix of that, depending on how bad it is. So I always tell people, if you're going to eat something shitty, eat it very rarely. Like, rarely. Once every few months. And I know it's hard not to cheat, guys. I really, truly do. And I'm very sympathetic and I'm very understanding to this topic. Because I know what it's like to just eat turkey for 3 years. And I ended up in malnutrition pretty bad. In 2 months, I lost 86 pounds and I was watching myself die. And I was like, girl, it's either fight or flight. That's your only option. And when you're in a situation like that, it is fight or flight. It's either you fight and you give up and you just die, or you fight your ass off. And it was weird. It's like one day I just woke up and I was like, no, I can't leave my kids with their dad. It's not a good influence, guys. I'm just saying. My kids are my life. And seeing their faces, what I go through and what I went through, was really hard. They give me every damn motivation I need to live. I can't even express to you guys. I'm sure a lot of you guys have kids out there, and I'm sure a lot of you understand, whether you've had cancer before, whether you've had, no matter what you've had in your life, your kids are your freaking ride or die. You will do they give every motivation to you. They're my damn universe. And I'd do anything for them, even if I had to fight my ass off for 4 freaking years straight through and suffer through all that just to be their mom, just to be there for them and have their back. I did. And I'll always do that because my kids will always come first. And my doctor always told me to take care of myself. Heather, because I'm sure there's a lot of you out there who's not the type of person to just put yourself first. I'm not. I'm never that type of person, you know? I'm always putting everybody else first. I'm always taking care of people. I just care about people so much that I don't look at myself as a priority. And he looked at me and goes, Heather, you're going to die if you don't start putting yourself first. Because how do you expect somebody who's going to take care of your kids when you die, Heather? Who's going to do it? And I just broke down because there is nobody. There isn't. It's just me. And I don't want to put my kids in a situation with their father. Like, that's a messed up situation. But that's why I'm making this video, because there's got to be somebody out there who suffers what I do and wants to know the difference. Now, with the inflammation of the stomach lining, major part is what you're eating. Also, overeating of acidic foods. Like, if you eat a lot in one sitting, that's going to cause a massive problem, guys. Massive. If you have a consistent problem, it's not once in a while, but it's, like, consistent. Like, this is happening. Like, legit. Try a PPI medication. It is a proton... I'm going to mess it up. But it's a proton ability, whatever. I'm not even going to bother. I am such a tongue twister person. But I use Dexalon. It's actually the best of the best PPI medication. There is no generic, though. So most pharmaceutical places or insurance companies will not pay for it. I got mine approved because I tried every other medication first. So Dexalon is best. Now, there are risks to that. But also, there's a lot of PPI medications you can get over the counter. You don't even need a script. Like, there's a Meprazole. That's one of it. There's many of them over there. I'm trying to think of other ones, but I can't off the top of my head. But if you go down to the like the GI stomach and like area of like antacid section of like Walgreens, Rite Aid, Walmart, anywhere, you'll find them there, and you could pick one out. Honestly, I would tell you guys, be careful. You can use them when you need them. They're better off. It's a risk. For somebody like me, the risk is worth it because my disease is going to kill me a lot faster than the medication will. They normally give it for people for gastritis or esophagitis or constant heartburn. They give it to them once a day. See how they work on that first. Sometimes they only do it for about 8 weeks or maybe 6 months just to control it. See how they do after that. Sometimes they have to be on it forever. It depends. But also, too, PPI medications, like it does with me, it can take away your vitamins, like B12. So make sure your doctors are watching you guys and they check your vitamin levels constantly. It won't happen. It's long term, like after a year or so, just get it checked. But those medications are the best. But you can always try Caraphate. But again, changing your diet. Change your diet. And I know it's hard. Guys, I know it's hard. I drink soda my whole entire life and just soda. And first of all, if it takes pain off a car, imagine what it's doing to your stomach. That's what it did to the stomach lining. I almost freaking ended up with a tube for the rest of my life. And I gave up soda completely. I only drink it very rarely, and it has to be fountain soda, because honestly, it tastes better. But it's not so carbonated and all that. Again, I do it like once every few months. But quit soda. And I know it's hard, and it's an addiction. Just like coffee's an addiction. If you're a coffee drinker, try to limit your coffee with just in the morning. Also, and I had to get used to this, I always did breakfast roast, but now I do dark roast. Dark roast has less acidic in it than all the other ones. It's less acid. Also, if you go online on Amazon, there are other coffees that are very, very low acidic that they made, but they're massively expensive, guys. Massively expensive. Sugar doesn't bother my heartburn. It doesn't. It's just any certain seasonings, a lot of seasonings. But my stomach lining, knock on wood, healed. I used to have esophagitis, like I told you guys, 2 to 3 years in a row. Like nonstop. It just kept going, and all of a sudden one day it just stopped. And I always think of that as a miracle, because I was literally about to give up. That is really trying on somebody to only be able to eat turkey and watch yourself wither away, and them trying to keep you alive so they can try to help you. But I was the only one that was able to help myself, which was crazy. I mean, they tried looking for H. pylori. I'm going to do a separate video on that. That's so common too. H. pylori, you need like 3 antibiotics to freaking kill it. But also too, what is that called? I'll do a separate video because so many things GI-wise, and I want you guys to know certain bacterias. Small intestine bacterial overgrowth is called SIBO. There's a certain stomach just for GI. You know how most antibiotics blow up your entire system and it kills all good and bad? This is just specifically for your stomach. So it won't destroy your entire body system, which is awesome. It's also a very expensive antibiotic. Anything specifically I talk in here, and I just mention here and there, if you guys specifically want me to target a certain thing I'm mentioning just in a video, please let me know. Because there is so much I'm talking about right now. So if you want certain information, absolutely, I can give it to you. But changing your eating needs to be done. Ask your doctor for Caraphate. But also, too, if you're diagnosed and they say, hey, you have gastritis, you're going to be put on a liquid diet. First, they're going to tell you no eating for 24 hours so they can calm it down and just drink water, which you can do that. It's just 24 hours of not eating, which sucks if you get the urge to eat. See, I don't, so it didn't faze me. But drink lots of water. Don't get dehydrated. Don't do it. Then they're going to transfer you to a liquid diet for about 10 days to 7 days. Now, this is because if you start eating anything you want while having gastritis, you can cause ulcers, esophagitis. You can cause holes in your stomach, not just ulcers. I mean, you can cause a lot of, guys, you can cause a lot of bad. So if you think you have gastritis, and symptoms of gastritis, sometimes there are no symptoms, and I'm going to be legit with you. But your upper abdomen will be way swollen. And I don't mean it's how you normally look and you're bloated up there or, you know, you're just overweight up there. I mean, it's way noticeably bloated up in your upper abdomen. And you'll feel consistent burning, which can also be signs of other things too as well. So please get checked by your GI doctor. My eyes, the quickest way to find out is go to the emergency room. They'll do a CT scan and they'll look directly in your stomach. They'll also be able to tell you if you have diverticulitis. which again, I'll do a video on that separately. There's just so much, guys. There's so much information when it comes to GI. And so many people just don't realize it. Hey, I was one of you guys, man. I didn't know anything about the GI system besides crapping. And, you know, everybody poops. So, I mean, well, apparently except for me, but that's a whole other topic. But, I mean, I get videos a lot about the video I did about Linzess for constipation. So if there's anything you guys want to talk about, you can email me. Go into the description below. There's an arrow there. Click on it, and it's going to bring down all my social medias, all my private messaging, my email, everything. If you don't feel comfortable mentioning it on the comments, just email me. One-on-one can talk to you. I can help you find a GI doctor in your area, but it's going to be a while for you to see them. So if you're really suffering where you really need to see somebody, get to the emergency room now. Because something severe can happen. And if you ignore it, just like you guys got to understand, even if you don't do spicy food and ain't your diet, stress is the #1 killer for the GI system. Because what you need to understand is that when you stress out, this is why I broke up with my last ex. I was with him for a few years, not my kid's father, but my last ex. He was so amped up and he was so pissed off over everything. And you guys know how I am. I'm pretty chill. I'm a positive, happy person. He was the complete opposite of that. And he wasn't like that from the start. So we all know how the honeymoon period goes. He ain't kidding. But he ended up giving me ulcers and almost died. And he ended up stalking me. I almost got an order of protection against him. But I almost died because of him. I almost died because I let him. And that's the whole thing. If you guys, if you have stress in your life, you got, and I don't mean normal stress, because everybody does. But I mean like you're fighting tooth and nail with somebody, or, you know, you're so stressed out, you can literally feel your insides on fire. You need to dead those people, get them out of your life. Just get them out of your life as fast. Please, please, learn from me, please. Learn from my mistakes. Learn from it, because you're not indestructible. You're not. And I hate to break it to you guys, but something bad will eventually happen. Not even just with your GI system, but heart attack. Or it can cause PTSD, what you're going through. It's just so much, guys. And I want to use my platform for good. And I want to give awareness to what everybody goes through. So please understand, stress can kill you. It can damage you in many ways. Many ways. It can end up causing autoimmune diseases. If you have something dormant inside your body, like an autoimmune or whatever, and it's in your genetic line, you didn't know you have it in your body, or whatever, you're not showing symptoms yet. Your stress level can actually bring it out. My doctor even said that. You know, environmental factors can happen. Stress can bring it out. 100% stress brought out mine. 100%. I mean, I've been homeless. I've been alone. I've had to deal with abusive relationships. I had to deal with order protection with my ex and constantly going back to court and trying to protect my kids by using the law. And it ain't that easy because the law doesn't seem to give a shit in New York. I mean, it's sad, really. It really is. Like the shit that happens in New York and kids dying from being with shitty parents because the courts, you freaking tell them what's going on and they just freaking ignore you. And then you have to end up burying your kid or your nephew or your whatever, all because the court system didn't take you seriously. I mean, that bothers me, but that's a whole other topic. GI, Heather. GI, focus. But, sorry, I get all over the place, guys. I just want you guys to take care of yourself. And I know it's easier said than done. I didn't. Honestly, I ignored it. When people are like, Heather, stress is going to kill you. Stress is going to kill you. Stress is going to kill you. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm fine. And I ignored it. So I almost died. And then I regretted it at that moment. And that was the moment all my GI issues happened bad. I pissed off my autoimmune. I destroyed my stomach lining. Also, there's gastroparesis, guys. If your stomach really is bad, when it comes to digesting. If you're in a lot of pain after you eat, and I mean a lot of pain where your stomach is. People think your stomach is by your belly button. Your stomach is on the left side of your body in the upper abdomen. So that's exactly where your stomach is. So if you have pain there after you eat for hours, it could be gastroparesis. Get a stomach emptying test done. You eat pretty much radioactive eggs or radioactive oatmeal so your stomach can glow, and you're there for a few hours until your stomach empties to see if you have it. I do, but mine's not as bad, so I have it like minor to moderate. It's kind of like in between those both. But I eat small meals. No matter what you have GI issues, eat small meals. You're technically supposed to eat 5 small meals a day. So you always have something in your stomach, but it's light, and it controls heartburn. It controls, you know, everything. It legitimately controls everything that you can go through. So, like I said before, when it comes to stress, like triples acid production. Like, I'm not even kidding. I swear on everything. It triples it, or even a little bit more than that. I forgot what my doctor said, but I know it triples it. So it causes, when you get mad and you're yelling and you're screaming, that right there is like bubbling and boiling the acid that's in your stomach, and it's multiplying and it's multiplying and it's multiplying. It's like boiling a pot of water is exactly what it is. And when you're stressed out, your stomach is boiling. And it's going to destroy your stomach lining. So guys, please take care of yourself. There's so much I could say right now, and I'm so bummed I'm going to stop the video because I'm at 20 minutes already. But I don't want to bore the hell out of you guys. I'm sorry. But if you guys have watched this, I'm going to do you guys a solid. Maybe I'll do it for the next one. Look out for my next video, because I got to find a way on I want to do a giveaway, right? But I need to... Okay, guys, my phone's going to die, and I can't keep staying on here, because I already made a 20-minute video. I will do a part 2 to this. If anybody wants to know anything specific, contact me, description below, or the comment section, email, whatever you guys want to do. Thank you guys for watching me and always having my back. And I'll always be here for you guys. I'll always be here for you guys. I'm going to think of a good GI giveaway I can do. If anybody has suggestions, just comment below of what I can legitimately do as a giveaway for GI people out there. Because I can't do denture for GI. That's weird. But I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for support and your love and your caring. Look out for more giveaways, guys. As soon as when I hit to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do so many live giveaways. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to talk to you guys more on live. I just love interacting with people. But I hope you guys stay safe. God bless, and I love you guys. Please take care of yourself. Later, guys.